Hi guys, welcome to 2019-2020, your annual Cogat training. This is for grades 1, 3, and 5. First, third, and fifth are the only grades that are doing Cogat in our district right now. Cogat, for those of you that have never given it before, it's a test that is taken in the classroom. It estimates students' learned reasoning and problem solving abilities. It helps us identify students for Quest. It helps us with some insight for students with dyslexia. And also when we get the scores back, each student has a student profile sheet, and it gives us information on their best learning styles. So, okay, the Cogat window is from October 7th, which is Monday. So October 7th. So October 7th to October 25th. Okay, you see my 2 yellow dots? It's a pretty big window, but with everything that we have going on, it's not actually a lot amount of time. We have people out at trainings. We have fair day. We have lots of people out at different trainings. We have conferences. People will have ARDs, things like that. So the window is fairly long, but seeing as how there is always something going on, you get sick, your kids get sick, you have a training, you won't be on campus, we have a day without students on fair day. My best advice is that you guys give this Cogat test and finish it early in the testing window as opposed to later in the testing window. So what does Cogat look like for the teacher? What are the teacher's responsibilities? What are the procedures that you need to handle to administer this test? Okay, so starting next week on Monday, you are able to come to the small conference room, which is where I am right now. You are going to find your name on my materials control form. I'll be in here with you to check them out. You will count your test booklets. So Miss Grimes is going to have 22. She's going to flip through and make sure she has 22 test booklets. If she has 22 test booklets, she's also going to have 22 answer documents. So she's going to flip through, she's going to count, make sure that she has 22. If she has 22 and matches my 22, she's going to initial out right there. Okay? First grade, you don't have answer documents. You have the testing booklets, and you've got the sticker on the outside like you always do. But third and fifth grade, you guys have the answer document Scantron and your separate booklet. Okay? So you've checked your books out, your class is in your room, you're ready to start Cogat test. I have tabbed all of the directions on the booklets already for you. So these are the teacher's instructions, the directions for administration. So I've already tabbed it for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to open to that page, and you are going to look at the directions. What you need to have available to you before you read the directions, you need to have something to keep time, because these tests are timed. Your students need to have pencils, and their desks need to be clear, just the answer document and the testing booklet. So you are going to go to page 14, and it says instructions for completing identification information. That is all this stuff right here. Anything that would identify the child. They do not need to do that. They have a little sticker right here. I'm going to cover the student's name. Everything that they could bubble is already on the sticker. They do not do not need to bubble in their name, their age, their race, their birthday, if they're a male or a female. It's already on that sticker, okay? And if they got here late, like if they enrolled later, after the file from Miss Allsbrooks, after she sent it to the company to send us the stickers, I have already gone ahead and bubbled all their information. So there should be nobody bubbling on this side, okay? On the information side. So you're going to skip page 14. You are also going to skip page 15. You're going to skip page 17. You're going to go right back to 19. So I should probably retab all these directions. Page 19. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. It says, look at page 3 in your test booklet. Find the words taking the test. So every student will find where it says taking the test. As a teacher, I'm going to walk around and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to walk around and make sure that everybody has their finger where it says taking the test. If you don't, I will help you. Walk around, make sure that everybody has their finger on their test booklet where it says on page 3 for taking the test, which is right here. This is what it looks like on page 3, directions to the student taking the test. Then you're going to read word for word the directions. It says say. That means you, the teacher, are going to say those directions. Read the directions silently while I read them aloud. This test booklet contains 9 different tests, blah, 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 blah. You're going to finish the directions, and then you come to a sample question. You're going to complete the sample question with the students. If anybody has any questions, ask them, raise their hand. You want to make sure that they understand what it is they're supposed to be doing before you tell them to begin. First grade, yours is a little different since yours isn't timed. You will be going at a slower pace, a slower rate, because you will be reading it to them. But 3rd and 5th grade, after you do the sample question and walk around, make sure that everybody has the correct answer bubbled in for the sample question on their answer document. Then you're going to tell them to answer the questions in this test, figure out how the first pair of words goes together. Then find the words that make the next pair go together in the same way. Blah, blah, blah. You have 10 minutes for this test. Try to answer every question. If you cannot answer a question, try the next one. Then if there is time, go back to the questions you skip. If you finish early, check your work on this test, but do not go to the next test. Are there any questions? You may begin. Then you're going to look at your watch or your clock. They have 10 minutes. It's 10:02, so at 10:12, I'm going to stop them. I'm going to walk around. I'm making sure that everybody is on the right test, okay? So this first one we were doing was verbal analogies. I'm making sure that everybody is bubbling right here, okay? After 10 minutes, I'm going to stop. If I have time, I'm going to go to the second section, which is sentence completion. What they suggest, what the Riverside, the company suggests, is completing 2 to 3 sections a day. Okay, the first day is going to take a few minutes longer because it's going to be new to them. You're going to pass things out. But the second, third, fourth day, those should go by pretty smoothly. As you're walking around monitoring, you want to make sure that they are doing the best that they can. They are trying. They're not just bubbling. Just walk around, look. If you notice somebody's stuck on one, tell them to go on. You don't want them to leave all the rest of them blank because they get stuck on one question. Again, these tests help us identify kids' requests. It also, for those fifth graders, helps us identify kids who will be able to go into the pre-AP program with the Cogat test and the Iowa test of basic skills. So we want to make sure that they do try their best. This is an important test for them. And it's okay if they don't know an answer. If they don't know an answer, they can choose the one that they think is best or skip and go to the next one and hopefully be able to come back. Okay, so let's say you're done. You no longer are testing for the day. You are ready to bring them back to me. The first thing that you should do upon collecting the materials from the students is if you checked out 22 from me, you need to count your answer documents right there as you're collecting them. So you want to make sure that you have collected 22 answer documents. You also want to make sure that you have collected 22 booklets and you have your teacher manual. There are no accommodations on this test. Students cannot use calculators. It'll tell you in the directions if they can use scratch paper. If it doesn't say they can use scratch paper, then they cannot. So you've collected everything. You are Miss Grimes. You have put your booklets. You have put your answer documents. You put everything in your bin. You're going to bring your bin to me before 3:15 every day. Say it with me. Before 3:15 every day. Because I need to check them in. I cannot leave until they are checked in. You cannot keep them overnight. This is a semi-secured test. So please make sure you get them to me before 3:15 every day. There will be a couple of days where maybe some of you are off campus, and so you won't even check them out that day, and that's fine. So you're going to bring them to me, and I'm going to count. I'm going to check them in. If you have the number that you checked out for me, then I'll go ahead and initial that. If not, I'm going to send you back to your room to hopefully find an answer document or a testing booklet. Let's see. And then you'll start the whole process over again the next day. Kids that are absent, let's say they missed section 1 and section 2, and you start on section 3 when they get back. We'll start them on section 3 and we'll make the other ones up later. You can have them make it up a little bit later. Maybe everybody in your grade level could take a section. Like if Grimes has people that need section 3 and Prieto has people that need section 5. Grimes can pull all the people that need section 3. Prieto can pull all the people that need section 5. Just work it out and try your best. If you're having any difficulties, let me know. I'm also going to give you this little cheat sheet. It tells you about the window. The window is till the 25th. However, I need you guys to be finished testing before the 24th. So 24th is going to be your last day. On the 25th is going to be the day that I'm going to go over them for quality control. I'm going to make sure that students did not scribble all over their answer document, that students answered their questions, and then I have to have them all packed up and over to the testing center later that day. So this gives you all the things to do before and during the test. And then after the test is just a reminder to collect the booklets, count them, and then give them to me before 3:15. Okay, if you have any questions, please call my extension 7035, or you can email me. If you have my cell phone number, you can text me. I know I talked to a couple teachers, and some like the idea of just one person giving the test every day. I guess if you're bilingual, it'd be one person in the bilingual, and then if you are in English, it'd be one person out of the 2 or 3 in the English. Or you can give it individually to your own homeroom every day. Please just let me know what your group has decided to do. 5th grade, you also take ITBS. So in that window, you are doing Cogat and Iowa Test of Basic Skills. So the Cogat needs to be done within the first week so that the ITBS can be done the second week. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to come to my office so that I can give you a short little quiz to make sure that you did indeed watch the video and that you can sign your oath. I hope you guys have a great weekend. See you soon. Bye.